Hey, shout out to Jack though. You know, he just seconds ago finished a 2v2 show match, and now he jumps right into 1v1. No delay. We're going to be on time, I think, for first killer Daniel starting off in 45 minutes time. But first, we have ApparentlyJack versus CRR best of 5. I've never seen these two play against each other in 1v1 before. Not even on a Jack YouTube video. So this should be interesting. Mechanics extra tier 3, 64 month in a row, by the way. Sorry for taking a bit of a delay on thanking subs. I was trying to make sure that we got this set up as soon as we could. Thank you as well to Radpone for the 6-month prime. Brand new prime from MF Corn. 44-month tier 1 from Kirby_Y. And Tunky Monkey with the 13-month tier 1. One more month subbing to you than to Jorby. Obviously that makes me a superior caster. Is that how it works? I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, 64 months from Mechanics to tier 3 is absurd, dude. you're a machine. Do we have a prediction up for this one? If we have any mods here, we do have mods here, I should say. Feel free to do a series prediction, or if you fancy, you could do some game predictions. Oh, can I end the last prediction? I can. I didn't realize that there was one. Hold on. I shall end it. Oh, what will the series score be? Okay, hold on. What was the series score? It was Toxic 3-1, wasn't it? So I'll pay that one out. Didn't realize that we forgot to pay that one out, my bad. You're welcome, Selfmoose. Thanks for alerting me to that fact. Daddy Jakey691 and Random, thank you for the brand new primes. So we got 5-month tier 1 from Danger Dawson. A 7-month prime, what a save, from Slapbang. And KSRL with a brand new prime as well. Cheers for the new primes and all the resubs, guys. Just getting started here. We've got a couple of banger show matches. I'm predicting Jack to win this one in 4. I don't think this is going to 5. But CRR is a tricky player to be up against. The key to CRR's game is to be as aggressive as possible. He does not back down. He is pretty much your full-on aggressive defender in this game. Or in this game mode. He just pressures the ball. He looks for openings to challenge. Doesn't want to back off in any instance. Trusts his 50-50s. Trusts his low boost movement. And it works really well for him. But of course Jack, at the moment, is in phenomenal form. He's just recently taken down Moxie. He's just before that taken down AJ. He's taken down Raziers in a show match. So he's been beating a bunch of the best players right now. Didn't see a lot of him in 1v1 at Gamers 8 since Jory has played one of the games. Jack played the other one. Don't let that fool you. The fact that Jory was the player who queued into TRK when Dignitas did match up against Falcons is not because Jack wasn't feeling good about the matchup. It's because Jory has really wanted the matchup. He was feeling very confident about it. So Jack said, alright, if you're feeling really confident, you are Jory is, so go for it. It didn't work out, but we'll have to get some TRK Jack action if we can. Hopefully on low pings, since both those players will be going to the World Championship. Jack going to be playing in the wild card with Dignitas. TRK straight into the main event with Falcons. What is this poll? It's channel point prediction, so you've got to guess series score. I didn't realize you could do multiple, like 6 option channel points now. It's pretty cool. Nice little addition by Twitch. Scully YK, thanks for the 3-month prime. We got 26-month tier 1 from KZ Butler and Ruri with the 14-month prime. Welcome back to all of you. Just to reiterate, for anybody who missed it at the start of the stream, I've got pretty bad hay fever today, so my nose has been running pretty much the entire day, and that has like made me feel pretty stuffed up. But I mean, I feel absolutely fine apart from that fact. I've just got a runny nose. Luckily, I've had hay fever my whole life, so I've been able to kind of adapt to it. The key is to not touch your face at all, because one of the worst ways that you can make hay fever get worse is by rubbing your eyes or itching a scratch. So you just have to ignore it, and eventually it'll go away by itself. Feel better? Now I feel okay, but I'm just I thought I'd let you guys know. Oh, that's interesting. Well, Jack tried to reverse into CRR here. Initially it looked like it worked. He just locked him up completely while waiting for the ball to bounce back down, but then he didn't accelerate to the right time. He needed to use that last little bump of CRR to accelerate and beat him to the ball. As is, it was CRR who got the win in the race. Takes the lead. Now I think he's going to be fine here. Great 50-50 by CRR. Jack's going to guide the ball to the corner, but actually jumps away from the scene. He meant to hit the ball there. CRR in a bit of a better position thanks to Jack's misplay. He is able to get back. This is the kind of play that you're going to see a lot from CRR. Just low boost pre-flips to stay on the ball, but Jack with the boost advantage ties the game for the first time from a deficit for him. He's been ahead a few times. Oh dear. Well, Jack's tried to knock the ball into the back corner here. It might look like he has messed up, but it might look like a complete blunder. But I believe what he's trying to do here is, yeah, he's trying to hit the side of the ball so that CRR deflects it into the back corner, but it really did not get the right angle there. This is a strategy I've seen Jack do quite a few times recently, where he doesn't flip into the ball on kickoff, just tries to drive right through it and get it into his own back corner. But you've got to be very careful. If you just get dunked on, you can get scored against immediately. CRR is in a massively advantageous position. A lot of space to play with. What's Jack going to do defensively? He's hiding behind the ball. CRR can see him though. CRR playing for the boost steal instead of the immediate shot. Jack having to rush back into position, but big challenge by him. Actually, nearly goes in. CRR forced to jump, was afraid of the near post attack from Jack. But Jack taking his time. He's just like CRR, playing for that boost steal. Trying to go for the slow offensive push. Now the CRR is completely out of boost. He had to retreat to pick up 32. Jack looks to make his move. Pop bump. Lands. And in we go. Tie game just inside the last minute of game number 1. Love the patience we're seeing from both players here, but there's definitely a clear advantage for Jack with boost management. Sorry, just had to mute there for a second. Jack now, again, taking his time, went for the same play. Has been defended by CRR. Game 1 proven to be extremely close affair. They've both been able to play their preferred game, their preferred style. And no one establishing an advantage as of yet. Jack identifies the boost being stolen, keeps what little he has left. Just goes for the early flick to even out that boost disadvantage. Now he's got the ball for free, shoots first time, just testing to see how CRR is going to react. Now Jack trying to find a clean outplay on the ball, doesn't want to give CRR a 50-50. He knows he's got a big boost advantage here. CRR starting to run, that's a mistake. Jack's going to have a free shot on net here, but he doesn't get the ball on top of the car. Into overtime we go. That was relatively dangerous for CRR there. Oh, hold on a second, I think he's just won it with a kickoff goal. He has! Well, Jack really missed a golden opportunity in regulation, and he is going to regret it because CRR goes right through the middle of the ball on kickoff. Jack more side on. Did not correctly anticipate which side of the ball CRR was going to come from. Played right into his strong side and loses game number 1. Well, that's a surprise. I thought Jack would win game number 1. I was going to say at some point during this game towards the end that there was a clear boost management advantage. I think Jack's boost management is a little bit better. CRR running dry quite a lot, but you've got to give credit to CRR as well. He is very good at using low boost positions to his advantage. Excellent at pre-flipping and speed flipping on low boost to keep himself in the game. Jack with a strong kickoff possession early on. Decides to try and snipe the pre-jump, but this is just vintage CRR here. He's missed the open net, but the fact he's even created an opportunity out of that just shows how dangerous he is. And again, he challenges early. That's 2 in a row now that Jack has not seen coming. And CRR knocking on the door loudly here. Jack was ready for him that time. Now, bit of an angle on the dribble. Jack tries to pop the ball far post. He's got a bad landing from CRR there. That's reasonable for Jack. Still, not a massive advantage. CRR has 100 boost, and of course, he just goes straight for the ball one more time. Jack's managed to get it past him though. CRR, despite a pretty clean challenge, lost control immediately, landed on the wrong side of the ball. Jack was able to convert for 1-0. CRR is such an uncomfortable player to play against. He's putting Jack in a ton of awkward positions here. Jack just manages to stay alive and to stay in control of his car there. Now he's back in control of the play. CRR has plenty of boost though. And again finds the earliest possible challenge. The shot lacks power. CRR does not lack opportunities to create chances on goal. Reversing back into position now. I mean, this is so interesting to see. He looks awkward himself, but I think he doesn't really feel awkward. He just makes his opponent feel awkward with these plays. CRR just goes right underneath Jack's back wall save attempt. And with the reset, he was faking all kinds of shots here. Great manipulation of the 50-50 to his advantage. You love the Showmatch with Jack commentating. I really enjoyed commentating with Jack as well. We'll definitely have to see if he wants to do that again at some point. It's a lot of fun. That was another big chance there for CRR. Jack's consistently getting caught off guard by these early interceptions for CRR. You can see that Jack is really trying to keep an eye on where CRR is. He doesn't want to let him out of his sight, especially when CRR is facing the ball like this. He just knows that there's a high likelihood CRR is going to keep going into the ball. Some call it ball chasing, but I'd call it opportunistic gameplay. Oh dear, Jack. He has missed the most open net of the day so far, and I doubt that's going to be broken. Completely wide open, left to right, top to bottom, and he clanks the bar. Yeah, smart chasing. That's what we should call it, smart chasing. Intelligent chasing by CRR. Jack will get that 1-goal lead halfway through game 2, but not without a bit of a struggle along the way. I mean, it's not ball chasing. It's not like the phrase ball chasing is sometimes. I think it's a bad term, and you know, it's caused people to believe that you are just a bad player if you do what CRR did right here. He spotted an opening, he went for the ball, got the ball, and scored. But let's watch it from his POV. Like, what really happened here? He's in zero boost, wave dashes to pop the ball over Jack, knowing that there's a decent chance Jack expects him to back off there since CRR's got no boost. But he uses that incorrect expectation to his advantage, and he manipulates his opponents into underestimating these bursts of speed he's able to generate with wave dashes, speed flips, pre-flips. And even though Jack knows it's coming, he knows that CRR is one of the most aggressive players in the game. He's one of the most aggressive players positionally, at least. It still works. That just shows the power of surprise. CRR, once again, investing almost everything on an offensive drive, gets demoed on the way back home. And immediately starts gunning it to pressure the ball. No fake ceiling challenge from CRR. Jack just shooting from distance here, not really expecting to get a goal, but he's trying to back CRR up. He doesn't want CRR to keep chasing him from right across the field. He's shooting every now and then just to keep CRR guessing. CRR's got to be worried that Jack might do that one of the times he really does commit to the ball. Jack's past him. 3-2. He's very careful in this setup here. Jack not wasting any boost. CRR just trying to sneak up behind the ball again. That time Jack did see it coming. Shipped the ball around him. Having to work so hard for every goal though. Having to work so hard for every play. Jack playing for the boost seal here. And he gets it. He waited for CRR to also commit, knowing that he was the closer of the two players. That's put CRR in a very awkward position, but you know CRR is going to keep going. He's going to keep turning, and it's actually worked. He's done it again. Even though Jack's completely boost starved him, CRR still has confidence, but Jack's not overextending here. Not giving CRR the 50-50 that CRR is clearly looking for. And he is going to keep on shooting every now and then from distance. Sets up the boost seal. He takes... Actually, he didn't take all the boost. He missed the mid-boost. CRR missed it as well, so... a mistake there by both players. The mid-boost is up for CRR to take now. Jack bumps CRR onto the wall. Not much impact. He sees the early challenge coming in. That's the counterplay. A much needed early outplay from Jack in the midfield. CRR giving him the credit for it, because that was a play that wouldn't have happened in a lot of matchups. A lot of players would not have seen CRR coming there, even though he does it all the time. He just picks the great little spots to do this. Timing his approach to perfection. As soon as his opponent loses control of the ball, he's on top of them. But that time Jack knew it was coming. He anticipated it. The fact that CRR has played this series so aggressively in defense, and the fact that there was only 20 or so seconds left meant that it was extremely likely CRR would rush that challenge. Jack confirms the Game 2 win by outplaying said challenge. Not a bad little goal at the end there by Jack. Pretty decent celebratory effort, I should say. Yeah, we do have another match after this. We got First Killer versus Daniel. Yeah, clear boost advantage for Jack. Every single one of these games, he's just been a bit smoother with the movement. He's been a bit more careful with that boost trigger finger. And he does keep sealing away CRR's boost over and over again, just taking shots that are never going to go in to force CRR out of position. Once again, just rolling the ball in target, forcing CRR to take the long range. Oh my goodness, what a snipe that would have been. CRR, again, creates something out of nothing. Of course he's completely all in. We knew it was coming. Jack this time will not miss the open net. Tougher open net, but he nails it and takes the opening goal in game number 3. It looks like Jack's starting to get a great read on CRR. I think it's time CRR fixed a couple challenges. I mean, even though he's one of the most successfully aggressive defenders in the game, you need to show levels. You need to show a little bit of adaptation. Jack is flicking early, he's shooting early, he's expecting those early challenges from CRR. And unless CRR occasionally fakes, then it's not going to work in his favor. Pre-flip from CRR, he's actually got it past him. Jack did not read this situation too well at all. He underestimated CRR's acceleration and flipped the wrong way on the goal line. 1-1. A strong kickoff for Jack will get him back in front. Let's see what happened here. Look to my chat for a second. CRR going for a push, Jack with a bigger one. So if you see both players doing the same kickoff strategy like this, both flipping in opposite directions with similar approaches to the ball, the player who wins the kickoff tends to be the one who hits the ball more side on. So a bit counterintuitive, as you'll always hear me say, well, look at that, the player who was more goal side won the kickoff. Great early outplay by Jack, not only making early plays with the shots and the flicks in the midfield, but also with a double tap off the ceiling, knowing that CRR was coming. That's phenomenal, not just to get the ball past CRR, but also to safely get his car past the challenge. CRR once again failing to adapt, failing to mix up the defensive strategy. Jack's got a great read on him right now. He's at worst getting 50-50 situations, and at best getting hard outplays. Expert Baiter, thanks to the Prime, welcome to the channel. Now Jack into the air. CRR did not go early, but he is still unsuccessful. Looking a bit lost while shadowing here. CRR way off to the side, expecting Jack to go for an air dribble bump. Jack noticed CRR was off the goal line, just hit a couple more touches in a row, and goes right through CRR. Oh my goodness, what a read by Jack. CRR made it a bit too obvious that he was slowing down this kickoff approach. And just like that, Jack is ahead again. CRR wanted the big win with the blocking strat. Jack is just reading him now. It's far too high of a level. How many kickoff goals, or rather how many air dribble bumps has Jack scored? I think 0 actually, or maybe, no, 1. I think 1. He doesn't try it much against CRR, because CRR doesn't really... I mean, CRR doesn't sit in net a lot, so you don't really get a lot of chances to air dribble bump him. He just challenges, so... Only a couple of times Jack's even gone for air dribble bumps, and he just scored a normal air dribble because CRR was expecting an air dribble bump. So I don't expect to see too much of a focus on that strategy from Jack in this matchup. He probably knows that he's a bit quicker than CRR. Probably knows that he's a bit more efficient than CRR as well. And the way that CRR plays defense in ones is to just throw himself in every single time, sort of like what Jack did here. CRR absorbed that brilliantly, and he's back within 2. Yeah, one of the best counter strategies to air dribble bumps is early challenges, so CRR is kind of good at avoiding those positions and situations, but Jack is countering CRR's defense by just flicking and shooting from a distance. CRR just barely able to pick up that boost, but his approach back is pretty slow to the midfield. That was not the landing he wanted. Looked like he clipped the boost pretty well, but he went completely out of the game. Big mistake by the Spaniard. Jack, no rush. Once again, such composure. Not a bad flick there. Moxie would call that one average, but for everyone else in the world, that was pretty good from Jack. He's got CRR in a bit of a pickle once again. CRR looking for small boost pads. Jack just shoots into the open net. A bit of a mistake there from CRR. Again, just trying to advance. So look at Jack just countering CRR's preferred defensive strategy by shooting early. And I can't really stress this enough. If you're getting rushed in challenges, if somebody just consistently ball chase challenges against you, and it's working, it's your fault. It is your fault if somebody is consistently chasing the ball and getting, you know, surprising you time and time again. Jack got caught off guard. Maybe get one game, I'd say. He was very surprised by CRR, but now he's got a great read on him. He knows that CRR is going to challenge early, and he's just playing the ball early every time, whether it's flicks, whether it's shots, whether it's air dribbles over the top. He's just looking to clear the danger before CRR can even get near him. And that's really forcing CRR into an awkward position because he doesn't get those opportunities to put those challenges in. There's another shot. Just fails to go over his head, but not by far. This is wasting a lot of time. Jack's got so many different strats he can go for. I think he's saving this. Look at this from Jack. That's unbelievable. The composure on the goal line is second to none. Perfectly times the back corner boost grab. And he almost goes past CRR once again. To control the ball on his own goal line and then flick it. Well, I think he's centered that one, so a bit of a mistake, but the previous defensive play was unbelievable. Controlled the ball to stop it rolling over the line, flicked it over CRR, who was coming in for the dunk. Such a shame he lost control in the back corner immediately afterwards, but Jack's right back in control. He will go for a big shot here. Double reset. Bails after the second landing. CRR stripped him up, and that's not the best. Recovery from Jack. He held accelerate, fell off the front of CRR's car. Flip reset, double, saved by Jack. Or actually, maybe not, because I think CRR got the credit for this. So let's look on the replay, because I changed perspectives here. Assuming Jack had the save. No, CRR actually just missed it. No save was credited in the top right. So either Rocket League thought the ball was off target when Jack hit it, or it just went right past him with a little bit of a bump mid-air. Now Jack trying to control the play, just going for a possession all the way to 0 seconds, at least to try and force CRR out of position. Snipes him on the sidewall. This is now even more Jack's game to lose. But look who it is, charging in. It's CRR once again. At this point he has no choice, he has to just go for it. But since Jack knows that's coming, he's able to counter it once again and confirm the win. Well, all but confirm the win, I should say, with his 8th goal of the game. Alright, well, CRR's going to change car. That is very interesting, actually. I've not seen him change car for 1v1 before. So, put your guesses in the chat what you think it's going to be. I'm imagining it's going to be Fennec, but man, who knows? It's interesting that he's going for a car change to Fennec here. Well, if that's what he is going for, I imagine it is. Wait, no, he just changed. Okay, it's Octane. He just he just changed the paint. CRR baited us. He just changed the paint. He didn't have the preset made. He had to go set it up himself. All right, he changed decal. All right, fair enough, CRR. CRR, you got us. Got us pretty good there. I was pretty excited to see the Fennec CRR. I was wondering, what's he gonna do here? What's the plan? What's CRR's other playstyle? But no, it's just more Octane, more aggression, and who knows, maybe a bit more success than his other decal. But really, you know, it's not the decal that needs changing, it's the defensive mix-ups. CRR has to convincingly fake a couple of challenges. You know, he's gone for a couple of, you know, shadowing plays, but I'm not convinced. I think he's got to really commit to it. He's got to try and sell Jack on a fake challenge at some point. Another adaptation he could go for is just trying to demo Jack in Jack's back corner. Jack's been dribbling the ball to his back corner a ton in this matchup. Interesting to note, Jack just tried to fake the back corner boost steal to make CRR turn and then That would have left CRR boost starved while Jack had 100 from mid, which just spawned. I mean, that's a very high level play. Jack timing the respawn off the mid boost and also trying to fake his opponent onto it, just so he can then beat into it. CRR not falling for it that time. Yeah, like I was saying, if Jack just keeps dribbling the ball all the way into his own back corner, CRR could just, instead of playing the ball, instead of trying to get the ball past Jack, instead of trying to 50-50 the ball through him, he could just drive past it and try and demo it. I've not seen enough demo attempts from CRR when Jack's got the ball. You know, we've seen CRR, especially at Gamers 8, play for a lot of demo plays when he has the ball, but not so much after faking challenges. It's a great strat in ones to just fake a challenge, instead play for the demo. Now, that's a bit of a giveaway by CRR. The bounce off the wall left the demo unavailable. Oh, that's a crazy read from Jack. That's unreal. He predicts CRR's fake challenge. I mean, how does he know the one time CRR fakes a challenge to not rush his play? CRR is going to counter him as well, though. And after a phenomenal save on a double tap, transitions with a fantastic flick. Fakes once, catches the ball perfectly, and gets a 3-1 lead. Buffalo, thanks to the 32-month Prime, and also Swift RL, thanks to the brand new Prime. Welcome back and welcome, respectively. It's a lovely pre-jump from CRR. Now he's going to lose control of the play, but he has got Jack guessing. That one fake challenge, even though Jack read it, has got Jack thinking twice about just rushing every single play, shooting from distance, flicking early. Ridiculously clean air dribble though from Jack. He's had a couple of standard air dribbles that have been incredibly successful. CRR lands on the wrong side of the ball and loses his lead to another big kickoff on the outside. CRR didn't expect Jack to be so quick to that one. He needed to go up early. Jack trying to deflect the ball to his back corner again. This time it does barely work, but CRR is going to fake him. Fantastic play by the Spaniard. 2 times this series Jack's tried to do this, where he drives underneath the ball and kickoff, deflects it to his back corner. Both times he's been scored on. Once directly, once because the ball stuck around just a bit too close to his goal. Well done CRR for figuring out Jack's kickoff. Now putting one of his own in. Yeah, it's pretty wild that a normal air dribble is just a mind game now. it's just a mind game. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm air dribble bumping. Just kidding, I'm just air dribbling. So once again, CRR looks to do that. Jack read it this time around, but unable to slot the counter-attack past CRR. Does go for the bump. CRR jumps over it. Jack's kept his momentum pretty well though, but so has CRR. Matching Jack for pace the entire length of the field and back, now forcing Jack to jump into his own net. Jack's landed pretty well though. Gets CRR to back up. No boost for Jack. He's probably going to play for the boost steal here. And he gets it, but will CRR be too bothered? That bump from Jack might have him in a rough spot. It's a bit too early for another boost steal, so Jack just looks to dribble infield instead. CRR, phenomenal ball control. His boost has been stolen once more, but he's staying with this one. It's much better boost management than we saw from him in earlier games when Jack had him backed into a corner. Jack misses his touch, but he does get the boost steal one more time. Now CRR has been panicking. He's been tapping that boost button. He's in a bit of trouble. He's conceded. And where did all the boosts go for CRR? I swear just a few seconds ago he had 20 or so, but he closed the distance and managed to do absolutely nothing with it. If you're going to use all your boost there, you need a 50-50. You've got to at least buy yourself some time. CRR messed up. Jack snipes another long shot. Quick turn by CRR. Jack ready for it. CRR rushes to beat him to the ball a second time. Jack fakes a challenge in reverse. That's masterful. Bumps CRR on the exit. Jack again taking his time. CRR lurking on the sidewall. Has he left it open? No, he hasn't. Great landing from the Spaniard. Back corner boost is his. Possession is his. Jack was able to get mid, so a pretty even position for both players. CRR going to have to defend another Jack attack. It's going around the pitch pretty quickly. Jack went for kind of a pseudo air dribble and air dribble bump there. CRR saves it. It's a great defense on this. As Jack avoids the wall demo, gives the ball away, misses his own demo. Both players proving to be elusive here. Another chance for Jack. He's getting about one every 15 seconds. He cuts in field. CRR flips through the ball. He buys himself some more time, but once again it's Jack attacking. Non-stop aggression. Fake challenge from CRR. Shadowing has worked out for him pretty well in this last game, but Jack flicks to the top corner with no boost anyway. I mean, CRR really did all that you could ask for there. Decided not to throw himself at that play, which maybe should have been the challenge to go for, but he's worried about Jack low 50ing him. Oh no, CRR's messed up his wave dash. He is in a world of trouble. He's almost own goal, but the ball bounces kindly. Jack steals the boost away, and that's going to give him a glorious opportunity. What a bounce for Jack to work with. He's into the air against a 20 boost CRR. Flippery says his, delays the shot, but it goes low into CRR, who resisted the urge to pre-jump and sends us into overtime. CRR controlling the ball in the kickoff. Jack decides not to flip into it. Neither player with boost to play with. Now Jack has some. Early flick from CRR. Jack able to slot himself in between the ball and his opponent there. CRR once again refusing to leave Jack's back corner. Has he overstayed his welcome? Jack with another great opportunity on net, but he doesn't go all in for it. Fakes once, fakes twice, and plays for the boost steal, leaving CRR with 23. CRR uses everything he's got, trips up Jack, who has to rush back now as a comfortable position turned awkward very quickly. Jack denied midfield access by CRR. Just parks in front of him to let the ball bounce into a favourable position. CRR narrowly avoids the bump. What a tense overtime this has been. So much happening in so little time. Been on an absolute knife edge. Many near deaths for both players. So many opportunities going the way of both players as well. CRR jumps over the pop bump from Jack. Mid boost is going to be spawning for him in a second, but he misses the timing. He's not going to wait for it, just decides to go. Jack challenges effectively. CRR did not go all in. Jack looking for the boost steal on the far side here, but he can't go for it. CRR's clear is too good. Jack is able to starve him at mid. CRR dashes back to the corner. Jack trying to surprise him with an early interception. Oh dear, Jack, that is not the touch you wanted. It's game 5. CRR wins off the back of a clear gone wrong for Jack. He tried to send that into his own back corner, pushes it on target, and then watches in horror as he's tripped away from the ball, unable to catch up to it. CRR ices it up in overtime. That was a ridiculous overtime in this game. CRR's defense, I think, correctly edited for that game. He switched it up. He started to fake a couple of times, not just rushing the ball every single time, and you can see the difference. Jack's not able to just punish him time and time again by shooting from distance, by flicking early every single play. So really big step up there by CRR. That's something I didn't think we would see in this matchup. But I suppose if you want a good car for shadowing, good car design for shadowing, then check out CRR's car, because before he switched to this one, he was rushing all over the place. A phenomenal defense, not just in the shadowing, also in the air dribbles. I mean, Jack looked so threatening. He looked like he's guaranteed to win a couple times there. CRR somehow managed to keep him at bay. So, game 5. Kickoffs have been pretty volatile between these two, but overall quite even. Jack jumps over CRR's all-in move. He's going to lead 1-0 game 5. I don't hate that from CRR though. Pretty creative move. Jack had to take evasive action to the extreme in order to stay alive in that play. Lovely air dribble from CRR. Giving Jack a bit of a taste of his own medicine here. He, several times had to watch Jack air dribbling over his head while he's on low boost. Now it's role reversal. Slapbang, thanks for 50 bits by the way, appreciate that. No doubt, after his performance at Gamers 8, CRR has gone up the 1v1 rankings worldwide. But a win against Jack in a show match would, I think, be his biggest show match win that he's ever had. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, one thing is against Jack, two things. It's against the current #1 player. And it's against a Jack who's in form. He's been beating everybody recently. It's a good little steer to the left there by Jack. He knew he would be in danger. He didn't pay attention to where he's landing. Oh my goodness, what a pre-jump save. CRR just went for the top corner instead of the boost steal. Jack anticipated it and somehow blocks it and clears the ball at the same time. Jack having to take a bit more of a CRR approach to defense. He has to just go understanding the threats that he's up against. No, he doesn't land the air dribble bump. It looked like he got him. I mean, I heard a noise, but CRR just shrugs off the air dribble bump by dodging late. I mean, if I'm Jack looking at that, I'm thinking, is it time to stop air dribble bumping this guy? He is just too good as Jack now rattles the bar from distance. And if his mental's not rattled up until now, I think it will be at this stage. CRR, with a perfect top corner flick, puts himself in front. And that's after a ridiculous save on an air dribble bump just moments ago. Followed by an open net miss from Jack. Only a partial open net from distance. But still, something he would expect to get. Brilliant control on the challenge by CRR. He fakes Jack away from the ball once again. And just look how much time CRR buys himself by committing to the perfect amount. Jack is going to go for another air dribble bump, and this one's not going to work either. CRR is lunging in front of these consistently and saving every single one of them. Jack needs to switch up now. He can't play for his normal strategy. I think he's missing this one as well. Jack's pre-flip lands wrong. He's got a 10 boost open net here off the back wall, and he does well. Jack ties the game. It is high time he plays for more of a reset-focused aerial game, because air dribble bumps ain't working enough. CRR is not just saving them, he's landing in favourable positions half the time as well. 2-2. CRR finally figures out a way to mix up his defense against Jack, but it's still Jack who's knocking at the door and takes the lead with the most simple play of the day. CRR panics, tries to jump into a 50, but it looks like the landing wasn't as clean as it needed to be. The Englishman leads by 1. Could be 2 actually. CRR's pretty all in for that kickoff, but Jack's shot's lacking. Oh, Jack just barely gets the boost steal though. That's going to hurt for CRR. Got a bit of defending to do now. If the boost went the other way, he'd be the one in an offensive position. Jack is not going to overextend here. You'd expect. Steals away both corner boosts, one after another. He might just go in for the other one again, but no, it's actually a near post shot from Jack. That's strange to see, given the fact that the corner boost isn't up yet. And yeah, that does actually lead to CRR taking control of the position. I'm not sure about that shot from Jack. I think it would have made more sense to shoot to the far post, force CRR to jump, and then go for the boost on the far side. But CRR will be delighted to see Jack wasn't able to boost serve him. Oh my goodness, how did Jack get that boost? CRR must have missed it. He was trying not to drive over the middle of it, knowing that it might be dangerous. Jack is really making it hard for CRR to grab back corner boosts. And a minute is gone since Jack went 1 goal ahead, just like that. CRR with no opportunities for that entire time frame, except maybe an opportunistic wall shot. Not the power slide landing that CRR was looking for with that wave dash. Lost a bit of momentum. Jack snipes him. CRR is just gunning straight for Jack. It is a fake challenge though. Jack reads it, but CRR did not read the fact that Jack flicked the crossbar. As Jack now just reverses, inviting CRR to join him in the blue half. Wow. Well, CRR is going to be pretty happy with that exchange. Jack was past him, but a pull shot actually pushed him into a defensive position. Now Jack looking to shoot. First time he's missed the ball. Okay, he's not in a disastrous position at all, but he completely missed the ball while looking to get a precise long distance open net, I should say. Jack has really controlled the entire 2 minutes that's just gone by. He's not even going all in at this stage, and if he can avoid own goaling again, he should have the game in the bag and the series with it. Jack with the goal the size of the ground to aim at, and he does. 2 minutes of control from Jack. GG's. CRR showing levels, showing that he's more than just an aggressive challenger. He's got the fake challenges. He's got the shadow defense. He's definitely got the air dribble bump defense. But Jack's control is just too good. CRR just couldn't get the ball off him in the closing stages there. He couldn't dispossess him. And he couldn't get the tie game. Tough one. A very respectable performance. Jack is just too clean with it, too clutch. Even with that open net miss from distance, he still just kept on trucking along. Scores immediately afterwards. Kept his head in the game. Yeah, well done.